All right, we got action tonight. Utah and Oregon getting a little rematch in the Pac-12 championship on the line there. We're not that far removed from number 17 Utah picking up that dominating win over Oregon 38-7 back on November 20th, clinching the Pac-12 South Division there. Ducks probably looking to forget about that. These two have a little bit of history on the stage. In 2019, these two met in the conference title. Oregon won that one 37-15 for the Utes. This would be their third trip to the title game and still looking for that trophy there. Taking a look at what's ahead for Saturday, of course, outside of the Pac-12, you got the Big 12, Oklahoma State looking to maybe win this one and move up into that top four, depending on what happens to the top four teams. Of course, that starts with Georgia and Alabama, 1-3 in the SEC, and then Cincinnati trying to be that first school of the G5s, taking on Houston in the American, then Michigan, Iowa in the Big Ten, and the ACC Pittsburgh with Wake Forest here at 8 p.m. Eastern. Now let's get down to business here. We can't do that without my guy, Jon Berger, bringing some of those expert picks. And let's start with tonight, of course. Oregon taking on Utah, laying 2.5 here. Look, the Ducks were stomped last month. Chances we see that again.
Look, I tried to talk myself into Oregon, guys. I anchored back to their game at Ohio State. If you remember that, going on the road to beat Ohio State, it was basically a 9 a.m. kickoff Pacific time. I don't think anybody in the country, including myself, gave them a shot in that game. They looked dominant. I anchored back to the Washington State game, what they were able to do with their run attack. Then I looked at the Utah loss. Utah looked great in that game. I tried to talk myself into this, guys, but I think at the end of the day, Utah covers these points. I don't think in the last 2 weeks this team has gotten less nasty. I don't think this team has gotten less aggressive. I know Kyle Whittingham from calling a bunch of games out in the Mountain West. He will have his team ready to play. They will be guarded against going up against a team they did play just 2 weeks ago. They've got to match the emotional aspect and the intensity level. I think they will. I tried to talk myself into Oregon, but I like the number right here. I think Utah covers. I think they do it behind their defense. I think the only way Oregon wins this game is creating a lot of explosive plays downfield in the vertical passing game. And I think Utah's got the back seven and their secondary can match up in one-on-one situations. Then they do what they do up front, create some chaos. But I think Utah gets it done, covers these points.
You just don't turn around after you take a loss 38-7. As you mentioned, that's kind of hard to do in college football week-to-week basis there. Let's go to the SEC and Georgia, favored by 6.5. Alabama, of course, on the other side. Look, the Crimson Tide, they won the last 6 meetings. Our guys just broke it down there, what's going to happen Saturday. But when you look at it here, it's Bama's offense versus Georgia's defense. What's your play in this one?
Guys, this is going to be a war. I mean, this is going to be like a knife fight in a 2-foot phone booth. This is going to be aggressive. I'm backing out of position. I talked about this game. There's 2 or 3 games that we talked about Wednesday. I'm going to reverse out of those positions. Haven't pulled the trigger yet. Going to do it this afternoon. In this particular game, you talked about it with Alabama really having Georgia's number 1 in the last 6. Understand that Alabama shows up in this title game. They've won 7 in a row. Okay, so this is a team that's going to walk in with some swagger. They're going to be well coached. They're going to be disciplined up front at the point of attack. I'm going to put 2 bets down on this game. I'm reversing out of what I said on Wednesday. This was a big number on Wednesday. I'm not sure where it's at right now. I think at the time it was 10, maybe 11. Not sure where it's at right now, but I'm going to take Georgia on the money line, but I'm going to take Alabama in the points. This is an offense for Georgia averaging 40 points. They're giving up 7 on the defensive side of the ball. I think you can take some of these statistics and kind of throw them out the door in this game. Alabama's going to be ready to play, and keep in mind they have the ability to bail themselves out when they need those big plays downfield. You saw it last week against Auburn. I think it's going to be a tight game inside of 3. Take Georgia on the money line, take Alabama in the points, make 2 bets.
All right, we'll see how that pans out. I'm going to listen to you this week, Jon. I got you. I'm listening to you. I need some money in my pocket. I lost a lot last week, so I'm dependent on that.
Roll the dice, baby.
Exactly. All right, Michigan and Iowa in the Big Ten. Look, first ever trip here for the conference there for the Wolverines in the title game. If you're looking at it, could they have a little hangover here after what happened against Ohio State? Or what are you thinking here? What's your play in this one?
You know what, guys? I was impressed. The Michigan fans, I said before that game, there's no shot Ohio State doesn't cover. So they FedExed me a big bowl of crow. I'm still working on it. Had it for about 3 days. I'm getting sick of eating it. This is an offense that you've got to be impressed with, guys. I mean, it's been a long time, and I mean a long time, that you saw Ohio State get pushed around in the trenches. and that's what Michigan did. I just don't like this number. I think it's too big. Again, I'm going to reverse out of the position that I talked about on Wednesday. I'm going to do it this afternoon. Obviously, I think Michigan wins the game. I'm going to bet Michigan on the money line, but I'm going to take Iowa in the points. If I'm Iowa, this is all about the game plan. The game plan is slow this thing down. Don't get plays off early in the play clock cycle. They have the ability defensively to get things done and to really attack that Michigan offense. They can match up in the trenches, but you saw what Michigan did to Ohio State. So I think this is as much about executing the game plan, slow the game down, try to get some special teams turnovers. Again, I think Michigan's too good offensively. I think they win, but I think the spread's too big. I'm going to take Iowa in the points and make 2 bets.
Jon, you're doing a lot of moonwalking with these picks here. What's going on? Something happened the last couple of days that you want to tell us about?
No. There's 2 weeks, man. There's 2 weeks. This is normal stuff. Look, in rivalry weekend and in conference title games, it's not uncommon to look at these things midweek. Once you get the coaches and some of the players on the phone, it can, and of course, some of these lines are moving as well. So I'm just trying to be smart, collar these bets, and put the right amount of money so we stay green. I'm just trying to make you money, buddy.
All right. Hey, look, I'm picking up what you're putting down. I like that. Making money is
I know Jeremy's like on your right, so we can bring Jeremy in here. I know he's get on your cell phone, buddy, and get the bets placed right now, okay?
Look, we're listening. Jon Berger, as always, my friend. Appreciate it. Tapping it here at HQ.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.